Hi, I'm Anupam Shukla. I'm a partner at Pioneer Legal and I head the technology law and privacy practice at the firm. Now, unless you've been staying under a rock for the past few years, I'm sure you've followed the chaotic course of privacy legislation in India. I mean, it has taken 5 years since the Puttaswamy judgment for us to reach all the way back to square one. The recent withdrawal of the PDP Bill by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has left us with a lot of questions. Broadly, they fall in 3 categories. 1. Where does this leave us? 2. What happens next? And 3. What is in store for India? Let us try tackle these questions briefly in this video. First, where does this leave us? Well, in effect, the status quo continues. The primary law governing data privacy in India continues to be the Information Technology, Reasonable Security Practices and Procedures, and Sensitive Personal Data or Information Rules of 2011, or as the cool kids call them, the SPDI rules. These rules define personal information and sensitive personal data or information and impose certain obligations on entities who collect, store, process or handle personal data. These obligations include providing privacy policy on the website, obtaining consents from providers of sensitive personal data or information, appointing a grievance officer, implementing reasonable security practices and procedures, etc. However, these SPDI rules are limited in their scope and coverage, an issue that was expected to be resolved by the new privacy law. In the meantime, governmental authorities are stepping in to plug privacy gaps by way of piecemeal legislation. For example, tightening of the data localization requirements under the recent amendment to the company accounts rules, or the data protection obligations for the regulated entities under RBI's framework for digital lending. Second, what happens next? While withdrawing the PDP bill, Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, the Minister for Information and Technology, stated that a comprehensive legal framework is being worked on and a new privacy bill that fits into such framework will be presented by the government soon. Mr. Vaishnaw's rationale for the withdrawal of the bill was that the Joint Parliamentary Committee had proposed a large set of changes and it would be easier to come out with a new legislation instead of trying to modify the existing bill. If you remember, the JPC had come out with its report back in December 2021, where it had proposed 80 amendments and 12 recommendations on the bill. Mr. Vaishnaw has indicated that the new draft privacy bill is almost ready and the government plans to release it for public consultation soon. However, according to Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, the Minister of State for IT, no further consultations will be held on the new bill. The bill is expected to be tabled in the Parliament in the upcoming budget session and would be passing in early 2023. We can all have our fingers crossed on that one. Third, let's talk about what's in store for the future. I won't deny there are exciting times ahead for the digital technology landscape in India. The proposed comprehensive framework is anticipated to completely overhaul the telecom, IT, privacy and social media regulations presently in force in India. India has the second largest internet user base in the world. Worryingly, another ranking that we usually top is that of number of data breaches in a year. This all clearly highlights the need for a robust data protection law. Courts have tried to step in where the law has faltered, for example, in protecting the right to be forgotten of Indian citizens. But it may not be enough. Many believe that the PDP bill, with all its faults, would still have been preferable as a baseline legislation compared to the lacuna we have today. There's much more to discuss on this subject, especially what can we expect in the new bill. I mean, the infamous clause 35 isn't just going to go away. If you enjoyed this, maybe I will try cover that in a follow-up video. Till then, goodbye and take care.